The new Wolverine trailer actually looks pretty good. Great action, brutal combat, classic X-Men vibe, and then they showed us Mystique. Salam, my name is Mustafa. I am the solo developer of Sabr Path. I have worked in both the AAA industry as well as doing solo indie development work. On this channel, I cover topics from industry corruption all the way to ideological messaging that ruins storytelling. We've known about Insomniac's Wolverine game for quite a while. We've only seen a trailer, and then almost 2 years ago, there was a huge leak showing us things such as some of the characters and unfinished gameplay. They know that many of us saw the leaked information. It was huge. It was all over the gaming media. In fact, some of the gaming shills started shaming people for talking about it. These same shills had no problem talking about leaks for other Japanese companies such as Capcom, but then when it came to their buddies at Insomniac, they started shaming everybody for even mentioning the leaks.
I wanted to come to you and talk to you about how we'll approach it on Kinda Funny Games Daily today. Today, we will not go into the details of this leak. We will instead talk about the human component.
So with their first trailer, they want to come out with a bang and look good. And to be honest, they actually did a pretty good job with that trailer. They showed a lot of things that people want to see. They showed lots of brutal action, which is what the fans want. They also shown us the yellow costume, which is the fan favorite. We also got to see Omega Red and a Sentinel. What more can you ask for? They did leave in one red flag, and they tried keeping it minimal, and that red flag is Mystique. The first time I watched the trailer, I didn't notice a problem with Mystique. That's because the Mystique segment is so quick, it literally lasts seconds. Also, I was watching it on my phone, so that didn't help the visibility. The main thing I noticed while watching that was that her eyes were very detailed and very yellow. But it wasn't quick enough for no one to notice, and the screenshots went wild. Once you take a good look at Mystique's face, you can definitely tell that they gave her a strong masculine jawline. This is the same jawline we've been seeing in so many Western games. It's become a meme at this point, and it's a clear red flag. And because there's going to be people who want to twist my point, I'm going to iterate my point right now that her jaw and her appearance is not what is ruining the game. It alone is not the problem. It is a red flag. These past 5 years, we've been seeing these red flags that indicate that the studio is putting more effort into certain ideological messaging over making the game actually good and giving the fans what they want. Her appearance, her face is not the cause of the problem. It is not the core issue of the problem. It is a red flag that is a potential symptom of many problems that were spawned from bad leadership. If your take from this is that I want more sexualized women in games, then you're not paying attention, or you're intentionally twisting my words and being disingenuous. Which one is it? Take your pick. This is part of the broader uglification of female characters in games, which is a sign in which the studio is prioritizing political messaging rather than focusing on giving what the fans want, making good and cool character designs, and focusing on making a great experience for the fans. When the studio says you're going to enjoy this whether you like it or not, they are also saying we don't care what you like. This is the core point and why it matters when we see female characters all of a sudden having very masculine jawlines in which no one really likes that design at all. Who is this design for? It's for 5 people who think this is a great design. We also got these pair of tweets from Insomniac's official Twitter account. They put point at you emoji clown. And they also put point at you emoji blue heart, indicating that they're in love with the people who like Mystique and anyone who doesn't is a clown. What a fantastic way to bring the fans back in. I'm sure everyone looks at that tweet and says, yeah, they're right. Way to keep it professional, Insomniac. And allegedly, the artist who worked on Mystique also worked on Concord characters. Concord is infamous for crashing and burning on arrival because it had such ugly characters that no one wanted to play the game. And this is another core issue with the game industry. When you have landed within the certain circles of the upper management, you can only fail upwards. Currently, the industry is doing terribly. There are far more applicants ready to apply for jobs than there are jobs available. Despite the fact that we have so many skilled developers and artists who are looking for jobs and there are a lack of jobs, we have people who have led an entire studio to crashing and burning and continue to make more characters with that exact same problem that turned off fans to begin with. Two characters that we didn't see in the trailer that we saw in the leaks were Jean Grey and Calisto. It's clear as to why they don't want to show these characters at all, because they want to make the trailer look good. From the leaks that we saw, Jean Grey looks terrible. She looks extremely old and rough. Then we have Calisto, who is the leader of the Morlocks. She's usually portrayed as a white woman, has messy black punk style hair and a torn t-shirt and vest. They decided to not only have Deborah Wilson voice her, but they just went ahead and gave her Deborah Wilson's appearance as well. I'm not one who ever felt very strongly about the whole race swap thing to begin with. I think as far as live action, it depends on the character and who's being race swapped, but a lot of times it's like big deal. It doesn't really matter too much. When it comes to animation and video games, it really makes no sense to change their visual appearance. It's like when Phil Lamar voiced Aquaman in the Injustice games, they still made him a white guy. But my two main problems with seeing Deborah Wilson as Calisto is, one, we see her in almost every video game at this point. She plays herself in everything, and people are getting tired of seeing her in everything playing as herself. And the other main issue is Deborah Wilson is literally a senior citizen. She is 63 years old as of this recording. Calisto is a character who's not young, but she's not old either. She's maybe in her 30s. She's definitely not 63 years old. Insomniac's narrative lead, Mary Kenny, has confirmed in interviews in the past that Sweet Baby Inc. was involved with Wolverine. We don't know if they stayed involved with them or not. Regardless as to whether Sweet Baby Inc. was involved or not, it seems that the narrative team of Insomniac has a great relationship with Sweet Baby Inc. and still wants to push that same ideology. And on top of all that, Insomniac has a track record with Spider-Man 2, with all the narrative issues that they have, including making Peter Parker look bad in comparison to Miles and even Mary Jane. With all that said, this can possibly be a bait and switch. The trailer looked really good. They shown a lot of things that fans want to see, but then they left in just one little red flag that hints that the other red flags that were seen in the leaks can possibly still be in the game. Regardless as to whether these narrative choices will be in the game or not, or if the gameplay will be good or not, I think the game will still sell very well. If they continue making the trailers like this one, I don't think a lot of people will notice many red flags with this game. And as long as Insomniac shows more things that people want to see, such as Wolverine slicing people up and fighting cool characters like Omega Red, then the mass audience will probably go ahead and buy this game without even thinking about it. That's only my prediction on sales. Sales does not mean the game is good or not. It just means it sells well. If you enjoy this content, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. Thank you. I'll see you soon. Take care, Salam.